Tonight, we are going to talk about one of the most spectacular events in the universe and what happens next. Supernova, a star blows itself into a most violent event in the universe.
Stars live out their lives by burning light elements like hydrogen into heavier elements like helium in their core via the nuclear fusion reactions. The energy of this reaction provides the necessary internal pressure which balances against the gravitational attraction to provide the necessary hydrostatic equilibrium. Eventually the star runs out of hydrogen and then helium fuel at its core. However, it will have enough mass and pressure to undergo further fusion. Gradually heavier elements build up at the core and it becomes layered like onion with elements becoming lighter towards the outside of the star. Once the star's core surpasses a certain mass, the star begins to implode. The core heats up and becomes denser. Eventually implosion bounces back off the core, expelling the stellar material into space forming the supernova.
But this violent destruction of a star is also the birth of everything we see around us. There are primarily three remnants after the supernova. One of them is white dwarf. If the mass of exploding star is less than 1.4 times the mass of our sun, then the resultant thing is white dwarf. These are incredibly dense. A teaspoon of their matter would weigh as much on Earth as elephant. White dwarf typically have radius just 0.1 times that of our sun, the most prominent white dwarf being Sirius B. At its birth, a white dwarf is very hot. Eventually, it cools down, becoming black dwarf, which emits no energy.
When the mass of the star is greater than the Chandrasekhar limit, the outer layers blow off in an often spectacular display, leaving behind a small dense core that continues to collapse. Gravity presses the material in on itself so tightly that the protons and electrons combine to make neutrons, yielding the name neutron star. Neutron stars pack their mass inside a 20-kilometer diameter. They are so dense that if our Earth was compressed to the density of a neutron star, then it would be only about 500 meters wide. The power from the supernova that gave birth to it gives the star an extremely quick rotation, causing it to spin several times in a second. Neutron stars can spin as fast as 43,000 times per minute, gradually slowing over time. Stars more than 10 times as massive as the Sun transfers material in the form of stellar wind. The material flows along the magnetic poles of the neutron star, creating X-ray pulsations as it is heated.
This leads us to the most popular, intriguing remnant of a supernova, a black hole. Don't let the name fool you. A black hole is not an empty hole. Rather, it is a great amount of matter squeezed into a very small region. Most black holes form from remnant of large stars about the thrice the mass of our sun. Think about a star 10 times as massive as our sun being crushed into diameter of a city. The result is a very high gravitational field so strong that even light cannot escape.
If a black hole passes through a cloud of interstellar matter, it will draw matter inwards in a process called accretion. A black hole can even tear apart a star close to it. As the attracted matter accelerates and heats up, it emits X-rays that radiate into space. As the star collapses, the surface of the star nears an imaginary surface called the event horizon. Time on the star slows down compared to the time kept by observers far away. When the surface reaches event horizon, time stands still and the star can collapse no more. It is a frozen collapsing object. We are star stuff, and without supernovas we could not exist.